we are here with Jackie Lefthand, and I don't know. I wanted to ask maybe if you wanted to say who you are and your title and pronouns to start with.
Hi, I'm Jackie Lefthand from Eden Valley. I've been with Pride Calgary, and I'm proud to say I'm two-spirited, and I like that. How do you say it? That we are here. It really shows that we're here, and it represents us the way I wanted to see. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, so with our audience and understanding as two-spirit within our community as First Nations, you know, maybe you can share a little bit about the history of two-spirited peoples within First Nation communities and the importance of about that understanding.
It is really important, and it's also really tough. It's took a long time for me to expressing myself. I haven't really, but I assume everybody noticed, and I've been. I like to thank Pride Calgary because they bring me out quite a bit, and I accept who I am now. It all happens because of a school teacher, and it took a long time to bury it, but. You see, most of us are scarred for life from our school days, and that's sort of, in a way, the way I see it first, it's really bad because it took my whole life. It just killed my whole life, and we tried it. I wrote it, and I was a tough competitor, and I was a ranch worker. I trained horses and all that, but it just couldn't go the way my parents want. And that, therefore, is why I thank Pride Calgary for helping me to come out.
And how did that feel, you know, at that time coming out, you know, to people that are listening that might, you know, in the midst of maybe coming out to community, you know, and the strength and courage and some of those Indigenous ways of being, you know, are important?
Well, like I said, it was pretty tough. Now that I accept it, and now I realize that I should have, a long time ago, I should have let go and accepted it, because I realized that I gained a great power for accepting it. And I took over. I recently lost my mom, and I took over her. My mom was a medicine woman. I took over her medicine, and at first we're thinking of just keep it in the family, and then now a lot of people has been relying on me for brewing medicine for them, for doctoring them. Yeah. So after here, we're struggling right now at the hospital because we've been losing loved ones through alcohol, and I have my cousin there who's doing really good and all that, but and medicine really helps him, but every time I go there, they keep telling me negatives. And but the way I see is that he'll be able to pull through. But the doctors and the nurses and the family members saying that he's suffering.
Jeez.
So
I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and my aunt's had an accident, and my aunt, her mom is in the hospital too right now. Mom Alvina. Um, so far, I'm telling her that let's go with God. God is strong, and I can see that He can pull through. That's in our family with what we're doing right now. And like I said, yeah, it was tough, but in the long run, it was good. Yeah.
Good. So would you say that there's any misunderstandings about being two-spirit?
Well, what you call? I'm from a small, remote community, Eden Valley. It was going really good with agriculture and all the rodeo atmosphere. So therefore, that was why it was really tough. I was competing in it, and then I had this trying to hide this behind my back, and it was really, really hard for me. But I pulled through. Yeah.
That's good.
Now I'm seeing some youngsters, hoping they'll understand, and hoping they'll not they'll think that it's okay. It's because if that's the way you want to be, then yeah. But if somebody like me, it's because of this, which was really hard and tough, but it's okay now. And I really like that we are here.
Oh, good. So you've seen some change from that time when you were in rodeo till now with...
I grew up on a horse from 1 year old, out in a ranch with my grandpa and my dad, and my grandpa was the ranch was running the ranch at the reserve, and my dad was working at the Bayou Ranch. And on weekends, I used to go for a ride with my dad, and I was only 1 year old.
That's very young to be on a horse. But that's...
I guess several times we got home sleeping on the back of a saddle.
Oh, wow. So you've seen a lot of changes within community, and you're also a leader within community. And would you say that there's links? I've also heard in stories that a lot of our two-spirit peoples have also been medicine peoples historically. Do you know of any stories like that?
I think that's why I'm grateful that I accept it, because it gives, like I said, it gives me a lot of power and a lot of strength. And I see that my prayers are really strong in helping people and in doctoring people with medicine and all that.
So, in this time that we live in, and there's a lot of different pronouns, and say a lot of some people within our community, outside of our community, they might not understand, and so. Is it within our community, would we be saying two-spirited, or would we be saying the LGBTQ2 AA plus? And is there a difference in how we
How to
address somebody?
Well, for us, for First Nation, I like to be called two-spirited. That's our way, and I think that's the right way to for someone to appropriate you. And with that other one, I know it's hard to say that numbers. That's okay too if somebody wants to use that. Yeah.
Okay. And this is good to know because some people just don't know. And
Yeah, that's
it's good,
true. Yeah.
It's good to create awareness, in community and very, it's just, in the times that we live in, the awareness about our two-spirited family, friends, community members, it's becoming much more of awareness and education around, our family. And so what would you say is, stuff that you would like to share about either your personal experiences or even some of the stuff that people would be listening to that,
Yeah. Well, what's it called? Like been saying, I sort of come from a bad experience, but I know in a long way, I also thought that I find out that it was okay. Um, for the young generation, I think it'll be important if they're if they're if someone tells them that it's okay and just go the right way about it. Like in family member, it's really tough too in a family member being different, um, because you're going to be picked on a lot, and then that's when it's going to be really hard and tough for to understand. But in order to go and to be strong about it, is that they have to talk to someone that knows and accepts.
yes. So are there resources out there for, say, young people that might be going through that type of maybe bullying or...
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that there might be some young people going through that. And I'm hoping that there'll be something in school to know more about it in school.
Yes, I think, it's important, and we'll probably be sharing on this podcast some of the links that you can go to if you're listening for resources for this specific podcast and our other podcasts as well, links to click on so that there is resources available for First
that-
Nation young people that are Two-Spirit that, are looking at support and encouragement.
yeah,
Yes.
they need a lot of support and all that. And then that way they'll learn more about it and they'll be strong about it. And then there'll be nothing to fear. And that'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you, is there any stories that you'd like to share that maybe along your journey that have a bit of humor in it? Because I know that within our communities, and I have a lot of friends that are two-spirited, growing up, and the times that we shared and going out dancing and just different things, bunch of things, really good friends. In fact, they're coming over this weekend to visit. Is there any stories that you would like to share that bring back good, happy times?
Yes and no. What's it called? If I can, yeah. But it always bring me back to that school teacher when I try to think about it. And that's the bad way. That's the bad part. But as I go, and with Pride Calgary, I've been learning more and realizing more about it. We went to a gathering in Flathead Lake, and I've learned a lot there too. I pick up a lot there, and it's really helpful. And I ran into some powwow dancers, and I'm hoping that we'll have if we have more that are out there dancing in the powwows. I'm hoping we'll have a special event, and that will be great. And then that way, everybody will realize the two spirits are strong. You know.
I seen online this past year there was a two-spirit that his pronouns were they them, and they were dancing jingle, and very beautiful and extremely so talented, and was in the top 3. And then, of course, online, there was a bullying and that kind of stuff. And then they stopped dancing for a bit. But then I recently seen they started again. So it was good to see that.
Well, 2 or 3 decades ago, I remember both of them were, I know this family, he was a really good jingle dancer. And then I know this elderly family that runs the powwow for a long, long time. They find out when they were in the competition and he won, and then they find out, and that family, that grandma, went up and it wasn't all that good. Like he said that there was no room, there was no place for a guy to dance in a jingle dress and all that. And all that time, I always admired them, and I always thought that they're good traditional people. Then when they find this out, they didn't accept it. So that's why I wanted to see a special event in a powwow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so do you think that you might be helping to coordinate that in the next couple of years, say?
Yeah, that'd be great. Um, I wanted to say something. All this time, I've been helping my uncles. I've been struggling all along up till today. Try my best, and I beat them sometimes. I'm lucky I'm on um, Alberta disability. Um, I managed to save and I buy some brand new vehicles and all that. They didn't like it. Jealousy is what number one to them.
Yeah.
That's really bad, but that's what's going on in the whole world, I guess.
Yeah. How it's something within our community, I think, that has, created so much lateral violence, and especially now in the times we live in. And it's like overcoming and making sure that, you pray and smudge in the morning and,
Mhm.
to
That's the right and the strong way. And I'm surprised with my brother. They gave it to him to do all of that at the wellness center, and he's been running it really good. His name is Howard Lefthand. Yeah, he's been doing all that, and that sort of helps a lot.
um how can you, in the position that you're in, you get invited out to different events, and you're mentioning in Calgary, what would you be encouraging in some of the encouragement, or what you were gonna just say even now?
The one I just came from, the university.
Sure.
Yeah, Kayla, this girl that I know, she invited me, and she wanted to have one of us Two Spirited from Pride Calgary to be there. So I went and I enjoyed myself, and I would like to. I congratulate all of them because they're all got their degree, and they're starting to starting their life in the right way, and getting their goal. So I'm really happy for them there.
That's good. And do you think, at this time now, how things are, that there has been more of an acceptance of within the city, and much more acceptance of being two-spirited now?
Well, I think we're accepted because of Pride Calgary. Um, every time we have the parade, they put us in front, and they made us have. They always make us go through a pipe ceremony, so there's no chaos going on during the parade. So we all have that for them, and then we always lead the parade. So that's sort of this is our fourth year, right? Um, going into them, and I'm hoping next year we'll have a regalia to wear in the parade. I'm gonna try my best to make some for us.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And so, for people that haven't been to any Pride parades, how was it this past summer being a part of it?
We had what's it called? We had this extra group, and before it used to be just us, but we had an extra group, and that makes me so proud to see others come in from. What were they? 60s? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they were 60s that had a float there too. So I was really proud for them.
Oh, that's so good. And
Yeah.
a lot of two-spirited people that I know within Treaty 7.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so it seems like it's growing and that people are much more open to being who they are.
that's true. Yeah.
Would you have any words in closing to say to anyone that is either in community or looking part of being part of community that you would like
To come and support? Yeah, that'll be great. Like anybody in the community, it'll be great to see anybody in the community to come and join and to support. That will give us a great feeling, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
I think that, this has turned out to be a really good interview, and we're so, so honored for you to be here today, Jackie.
Thank
We
you.
are here, and we just are, like I said, getting the insight of two-spirited peoples is super important and very welcoming. So thank you. Hi, Nina Naskman.
Yes, means thank you.